Daily Times. We're here in Pamelia. We're just about to get rolling with a press conference to discuss last night's fatal shooting in Theresa that left 2 people dead, including State Police Trooper Joel Davis. This press conference will include State Police, Jefferson County District Attorneys, and other law enforcement officials. Let me turn around and just give you a show. We're looking at this press conference starting in just a few minutes. Press conference is scheduled to begin at 1:45 p.m. We'll be following along live as this happens. For those of us just learning about this story, State Police responded to calls at about 8:09 p.m. on County Route 46 in the town of Theresa. Police say a Justin Davis first shot his wife, Nichole. State Police Trooper Joel Davis was among the first to respond to the scene. Police say that Walters shot Trooper Davis, and Davis was pronounced dead on Sunday evening. Justin Walters has been charged with first-degree and second-degree murder. He will be arraigned in LeRay Town Court later today. He had an initial appearance earlier this morning, but he'll be formally arraigned this evening in LeRay Town Court. Press conference is scheduled to begin at 1:45 p.m., so just a few minutes away here. For those just joining us, we're here at a press conference to discuss a fatal shooting in the town of Theresa. State Police say Justin Walters shot and killed his wife, Nichole, and State Police Trooper Joel Davis during an incident that was first reported around 8:09 p.m. on County Route 46 in the town of Theresa. Walters was formally charged today with first-degree and second-degree murder in connection to last night's shooting. Local media is setting up in advance of the press conference that's scheduled to begin at 1:45 p.m. Just a few minutes away.
Hey guys, we're probably going to start right on time, just so you know.
Just getting an update from state police there. They do expect to begin on time at 1:45 p.m. Press conference to discuss the fatal shooting in the town of Theresa that left 2 people dead, including state police trooper Joel Davis. Also killed was Nichole Walters, the wife of alleged shooter Justin Walters. The incident was first reported about 8:09 p.m. on County Route 46 in the town of Theresa. We're about 2-3 minutes away from the beginning of a press conference to discuss the fatal shooting in the town of Theresa Sunday evening. In the incident, 2 people were killed, including state police trooper Joel Davis and Nichole Walters, the wife of alleged shooter Justin Walters. We're here at the State Police Barracks just outside of Watertown, New York, right next to the town office for the town of Amelia. State Police are going to be giving an update on the fatal shooting in the town of Theresa on Sunday evening.
Good afternoon. I am Superintendent George Beach, Superintendent of the New York State Police. I'm joined today by our Acting Troop Commander, Mark Lincoln, and Jefferson County District Attorney, Christina Mills, and Jefferson County Sheriff, Colleen O'Neill. Prior to his service with the State Police, Trooper Davis served for nearly 10 years with the Sheriff's Office, and they share in our loss today. On July 9th, 2017, at approximately 8:09 p.m., Trooper Joel R. Davis was dispatched to a domestic with shots being fired. at 34371 County Route 46, Town of Theresa. At approximately 8:30 p.m., Trooper Davis arrived, parked his patrol vehicle on the roadway approximately 75 feet prior to reaching the driveway of the residence. At that point, Trooper Davis radioed that there were shots being fired at the scene. Trooper Davis exited his vehicle and walked toward the driveway when he was shot once. It is unknown at this time his location when he was struck by the gunfire. Within minutes, another trooper arrived on the scene and was unable to locate Trooper Davis. That trooper heard gunfire and returned to his vehicle and observed the suspect, Justin Walters, standing in the driveway. The trooper exited his vehicle, drawing his service weapon at Walters. The trooper then sees Trooper Davis laying in a ditch on the side of the roadway. Within moments, additional troopers arrived and they attended to Trooper Davis and assisted in taking Walters into custody. A second victim, Nichole Walters, the wife of Justin Walters, was found deceased in the driveway of the residence with multiple gunshot wounds. A third victim, Rebecca A. Finkel, was shot in her upper torso. Her injuries are non-life-threatening. Trooper Davis was taken to Samaritan Medical Center in Watertown, New York, where he succumbed to his injuries at 9:23 p.m. Justin Walters was arraigned on 1 count of murder first degree and 1 count murder second degree in the Town of LeRay Court, and he will be rearraigned there tonight at 5 p.m. Trooper Davis was a 4-year veteran of the New York State Police. He was first assigned right here at SP Watertown when he graduated from the academy, and most recently, he was assigned to SP Philadelphia. Trooper Davis was 36 years old and is survived by his wife and 3 children. And I'll take questions.
This third victim is
Rebecca Finkel, we believe at this point that she is a friend of Nichole Walters and was present at the residence.
Do we have any indication of motive why this happened?
We do not, and it's under investigation at this point.
Do you know if Walters suffered any PTSD or anything from after?
I do not know that conclusively. Not to our knowledge, and we have no record of having gone to the residence.
Did Walters have any injuries when you took him into custody?
None that I'm aware of.
What type of weapon was used? Is it registered?
We recovered a number of weapons at the scene, and so pending ballistic testing and forensic investigation, we cannot say conclusively what weapon was used. So that remains under investigation at this point.
the second trooper that arrived on the scene. Was there some sort of interaction between the two? Was it when 3, 4, 5, 6 different troopers come that Walters puts the weapon down? How did that whole thing?
The second trooper observed Walters in the driveway, raised his hands and surrendered to that trooper when they arrived at when that trooper arrived on scene.
Was he holding a weapon at that point?
Our information is he was not.
This second, third victim?
Anyone else that was
There were 2 children at the scene, which are children of Ms. Finkel, and they were uninjured.
Did they live in a shed? There were some reports of a shed that was
That hasn't been determined yet.
Where were the second, third victims found?
Mrs. Walters was found deceased in the driveway of the residence, and I am not certain where Ms. Finkel was found.
Is it standard protocol to send just one officer to investigate a report of shots fired?
No, and that was not the case here. There were troopers dispatched and arrived momentarily as this occurred.
So they all left to respond to that call at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we would very definitely send additional resources, and not only that, but sheriff's officers also responded to the scene very quickly.
Okay. And is it standard also for an officer to exit the vehicle when he's on the scene alone and hearing shots fired?
Yes.
Was he wearing any sort of bulletproof vest?
He was wearing a bulletproof vest that the troopers are issued by the New York State Police. He was properly attired in his vest.
But the fatal shot did not hit that vest, it was somewhere else.
That remains under investigation. The vest itself has a ballistic plate in the front of it. We believe that this round entered to the side of that and fatally injured the trooper.
When Walters appeared in court, there were reports he was confused. Is he on drugs, alcohol, or did there just some mental issues that played into this?
Unknown. Unknown at this point.
Do you know the time frame between when Davis exited his car and the next trooper arrived on the scene?
We can go back and we're working on that by radio, but I would say it was probably within 2 to 3 minutes.
You know, you all put yourselves on the front lines every day, and I think this is the second member of law enforcement within the last 5 days that's been killed.
Yes.
What toll does that have on
Well,
your work?
We've actually, the New York State Police is actually, this would be our fourth member who has suffered fatal injuries in the line of duty or died from a 9/11 related illness in the last year. These, of course, tears at everybody in the Division of State Police. But it's especially true in a place like Jefferson County, which is very tight-knit, that reflects the community, the people who live up here, and especially our law enforcement personnel and our partners in law enforcement up here. But this has a terrible effect on everybody. And I just want everybody here to know that it's not just the police who suffer a loss like this. In these communities, these state police troopers and sheriff's deputies are literally our protectors. And they're out here every single minute of every single day, unseen. I know they're appreciated, but they're unseen. This is a terrible, terrible loss to this community. This trooper was not only an experienced law enforcement officer, but he was extremely active in his community. He was a good husband and a father. He coached youth athletics. He was a commissioner for the Evans Mills Youth Baseball League. These are valued members of these communities who live here. This is a terrible loss to everyone in the North Country. Everyone.
What sort of communication have you had with authorities at Fort Drum about his past behavior or anything that might have indicated this sort of violence was inside of him?
We're in contact with the folks up at Fort Drum, but that remains, to be investigated later on.
What about the Walters child? Was that child home at the time?
I don't know.
Can you just talk about the outpouring of support you've seen and just what a type of family?
Well, that's why I said it before. I know that especially in communities like this, people value and love the police, the state police and their sheriff's officers. And you can begin to see the signs of that now when you ride these roads. There are signs up. I went out to the scene with my command staff before because I wanted to look at where this incident had occurred and have my folks walking through it. And there are signs up already paying tribute to Trooper Davis. That helps us tremendously. It helps our troopers, sheriff deputies, and police. In addition to that, this is a family that was committed to public service. My brother, basically a Watertown police officer, has been employed there for 10 and a half years. So these are folks who are integrally involved in public service in this county. So the outpouring of support is already tremendous. You will see that grow as the years go on.
Has the assailant made any, you interviewed him presumably, and has he made any statements as to his motivation?
He has made no statements.
So you've not interrogated him?
He has been interviewed. He's made no statements.
So he's been completely silent?
Has made no statements.
Do we know how many shots total were fired at this scene in this incident?
All I can tell you is a number. And again, ballistics and forensic ID folks are processing and mapping the scene right now. I don't have that answer.
Do you know who made the initial 911 call? Was it someone inside the residence or someone in the neighborhood?
It was at the residence, but I have not had haven't analyzed it any further. At their residence.
What are the ages of the children that the trooper leaves behind?
The children are 18, 17, and 13. And the two older are sons, younger is
Last question.
Well, our field training officers assist in the training process of the troopers. They do almost 7 months at the State Police Academy now. When they come out, they're assigned to a field training officer. These are typically our best troopers, our most experienced. In this case, Trooper Davis had almost 15 years experience between the Sheriff's Office and the State Police. And we entrust the care and further training of those young troopers to those field training officers. The period of training is 12 weeks. By the time they're done, they've been acclimated not only to the area, but they've been able to hands-on apply things that they learned in the academy under the supervision of an experienced trooper. I'll tell you one, and that's the trooper who took this man into custody last night.
Have you spoken to Trooper Davis's wife personally, and if so, can you give us a sense of her mindset or her emotions?
I have not yet. I will do so today.
Thank you all. Could you just spell Rebecca Nichole's name for the record?
It's
And that wraps everything up here at the press conference here. State Police providing more updates about the fatal
Nichole is
Theresa that left 2 people dead. More details to come. Town Daily Times for more details and more updates throughout the day. Thanks for watching, everybody.